Okay, so today we're going to focus on systems. We're going to graph a system of equations and find the solution. Okay, so the first problem here says rewrite the equation that are not in slope-intercept form. Okay, so example one, I need to solve for y. So I want y to be by itself. That means I need to get rid of the 3x and the 2. So in order to do that, I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. Subtracting 3x from both sides. This goes away because they're zero pairs. That is a zero pair. So that goes away. And I'm left with 2y is equals to negative 3x plus 4. Okay, I still don't have y by itself. I still need to get rid of the 2. So in order to do that, I'm going to divide everything by 2. Okay, so that gives me 1. I don't write the 1 because there's no need to it, so I just write the variable y is equals to negative 3 over 2x plus 2. Okay, and that is the equation written in standard form, where I can say my slope is negative 3 over 2 and the y-intercept is 2. Okay, and example 2, now we're going to solve the system by graphing. Okay, so I have two equations here. I have line 1 and then I have line 2. Okay, so I have those two equations that I need to graph. Now for line 1, I have my slope, my slope, which is negative 1. It's the number next to x. So it's negative 1 over 1. And my y-intercept is 3. Okay, so I'm going to go to my graph on this side and start with the y-intercept, which is 3. Now I know my slope is 1 over 1, negative 1 over 1. So that means I'm going to go down 1 on the y, 1 on the x to the right. Down 1, 1 to the right. Down 1, 1 to the right. Down 1, 1 to the right. And I can keep going as many times as I need to or want to, just as long as I have all my the points that I need to graph it. Okay. Now my line 1. Now on to line 2. By line 2, I need to solve for y first because it's not in slope-intercept form. So it's harder to see what the slope is and what the y-intercept is. So I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides, which gives me, this is a zero pair, so it goes out. So I got negative 2y is equals to negative 5x minus 6. At this point, I need to get rid of the negative 2, so I'm going to divide every single term by 2. I mean by negative 2. And that gives me, that goes away, so y by itself, and I have 5 over 2x minus plus 3. Okay, and I can rectify that. I recommend that you always check on your decimals to see that you're doing the right steps. So I have negative 5 divided by negative 2. So I have negative 5 divided by negative 2. And that gives me 2.5, which if I click here, gives me 5 over 2. Okay? So that's my equation. Okay, so now I can identify my slope, which is 5 over 2, and my y-intercept is 3. So I'm going to go to my graph and say the y-intercept 3, and my slope is 5. So that means I'm going to go 5 up and 2 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And I could go again, but I'm going to have to go outside of the little box. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So it's imaginary. I'm imagining that that's what they are because like I run out of graph. Okay, so now if you can tell here, my the lines intersect at that point. That's what they pretty much go through. So that's what's going to help us answer the question that follows. What type of solution does this system have? Well, since they intersect, they cross each other, we say that they have one solution. And that solution is this point. At that point, the value of x is 0. The value of y is 3. Okay, so 0, 3. That is my solution. And example 3, we're going to solve the systems by graphing. Now, again, I have two lines. Have line 1 and line 2. Okay, I can already graph line 1 since I have all that I need. I have my slope, which is 2 over 3. This one. And the y-intercept is -6. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this. My slope -6, so on the y, I'm gonna go down here. And I'm gonna go up to 1, 2 over 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, up 2 over 3. Up 2 over 3. So line 1. Okay, now let's move on to line number 2. So on line number 2, I actually need to solve for y. So again, I'm going to add 4x on both sides. That goes away because it's a 0 pair, and I'm left with 6y is equals to 4x plus 12. Then my next step is to divide by 6 every single term. And that goes to 1. So I have y by itself. 4 divided by 6. For this one, you can always go to decimals and say 4 divided by 6. And that gives me 0.66667. But if I do that, it gives me the fraction, which is 2 over 3. And that's what I want to put. So 2 over 3x. 12 divided by 6. You can always double check on decimals if you are not sure what that is. And it gives you 2. Okay? So plus 6. I mean 2. What am I doing? I'm getting all like crazy in my head with the 6. 2. Okay, so that tells me that my slope is 2 over 3 and my y-intercept is 2. Okay, so at this point, all I have to do now is graph my line. Okay, so I have this y-intercept is 2 and my slope is 2 over 3. So I'm going to go up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3. Okay, so there's my second line. Now, let's answer the question. What type of solution does this equation have? Well, this has a since they're not touching and they're never gonna touch, it has no solution.